Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for day 77 and 78. The DPA battalion, I need to inform you that intelligence has told us that the YouTube shadow banning battalion has built a tampon bridge over the river at the position of the light button. So I need you all to take out that tampon bridge as fast as possible. I depend on you guys, the YouTube battalion, the DPA battalion, and let's start. Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and summary for day 77 78. I did not do the summary yesterday because I was busy, and also there isn't really a lot that had happened, and I decided to might as well just do it together. So let's start off with Sevastopol. So the Admiral Makarov, the frigate that supposedly has been sunk, and it was dispelled to be a misunderstanding with a dog ear, is now spotted returning to Sevastopol to replenish its ammunition. Ta-da! So this is the one. So this is by Granger, who seems to be really good at Navy stuff. You see, specifically the Russian Navy. He's really good, and he also shared a bit extra about how do you recognize the difference between Makarov and Essen. So Makarov superstructure is kind of like, there's actually it's not flat, so there's actually some kind of a slight difference in shade, whereas for Essen is actually entirely flat. So this just shows some ridiculously inconsistent construction, and the Russian Navy should be ashamed of itself. So moving on to the Odessa front. At the Odessa front, another Ukrainian Bayraktar TB2 has been shot down near the Snake Island. I'm not sure if this is a continuation, or should I say this is a fifthling of the what they have claimed, that the Ukrainians are really obsessed with this island. Seriously, I feel that the Ukrainians should not waste any more of their aircraft and drones on this island. It's not the right time to fight over this island. It's just like the Russians do not feel that it's the right time to actually fight for Odessa. So fighting for this island at this juncture is really irrelevant, and it's not like you're going to destroy the entire Black Sea fleet just by taking this island. It's just not practical. And then there is this a new rumor that the Russian auxiliary vessel Sevolod Bobrov. Oh my god, I make it sound like French. Sevolod Bobrov has been said to have caught fire, according to the head of Odessa Regional Administration, and is reportedly crippling back to Sevastopol. I have no idea how true is this, since this guy should have been sunk, and then this guy is now on fire. However, even if it's true, and it's reportedly actually hit by that missile, Neptune missile, so I starting to feel that the Neptune missile is rather rubbish, because if this boat is hit by the Neptune, and then now this boat is hit by the Neptune, and both of them did not sink, then the sinking of Moscow is really a lucky shot. So that's actually looking rather bad. And on top of that, a lot of the pro-Ukrainian crowd is really excited about this, and I just thought that, no, you have better targets to hit. This is probably not a good way to use your ammunition. So anyway, moving on to the Mykolaiv front, I have no updates here. I have no update in the Kryvyi front. Oh, sorry, at the Kryvyi front. I have no updates for you in the Zaporizhzhia line. I have, oh, okay. I have an update though at Zaporizhzhia region. If you have saw the quick update, this is actually the same thing. So there's car license plates now being issued in Melitopol, under the Taurida province label, and this Taurida label is very interesting. So let me. So this label, so this logo here, this crest here is actually the Kherson crest, if I'm not mistaken, and this TVR refers to Taurida or Tauride province. Is actually Taurida Oblast or region that was previously under the Russian Empire. So let me pull out the map. I forgot to prepare this. Let me. So this is the Taurida Oblast or map. This is Crimea. This region is Crimea. It's already captured for 8 years by the Russians, and you can see this is the river along Kherson. This is Kherson. This is Mykolaiv. So the entire region south of this river, all the way to Anahoda, which is where the nuclear power plant is, and all the way here, which is, I forgot the what's that place called, and Kalyamsky and Orikhiv. So there's Kalyamsky Orikhiv, and it slides all the way down to this place, which I can't read the Russian, which is actually yeah, I think it is below Sertkivka, if I'm not wrong. So and then oh no, it's actually this one, Berestov. So this is Berestov, and the map actually goes, that means it actually goes all the way down here to Berestov, turn down this way to Berdyansk, and this from Berdyansk all the way to Berestov, all the way to Orikhiv, this, and then down along this southern part of this entire river at Kherson is actually plus Crimea is actually the Taurida province in the past. And the issuing of a car license plate with TRV, which is the Taurida, seems to indicate that the Russians has already planned to annex this entire region. It's unclear, however, if the Crimean People's Republic will be combined with this territory, or could they even cut this into a half, where you have the Kherson People's Republic and the Taurida People's Republic, or would they just combine it as one, which is probably easier for administration. However, the difference between the historical one and this one is that the Russians also captured a good part, and that means it actually follows the entire Kherson Oblast all the way up north here, and which I believe they will definitely go and capture this entire area that they have failed to protect, which is the Vovoromzovska, Osokorivka, and on all this region here. But they might not want, because there's actually this a river here, so maybe they might just follow the river all the way. So the reason why they want to keep this entire land here is to protect the water and electric independence of this area and security of this region, because there is this hydropower plant here, and the Russians need this to actually supply water down to Crimea, as well as electricity to this region. So, and at Anahoda, they actually provide nuclear power to the rest of this area, from Bilmark to Melitopol and Berdyansk. And I also mentioned that they might not want Zaporizhzhia city, because there is this cancer over here, looks really ugly, and it looks so rusty. I don't think they want to capture it, and it's very hard to defend this place unless they capture all the way up this entire river, and that will actually just extend indefinitely to capturing the rest of Ukraine. So that would seems to be a bit silly, as it will just go on to no end. And this one straight line probably is easier to maybe keep up with. But of course, I do not know. Maybe the Russians this is just the first stage of the annexation. Maybe then they will annex more. So anyway, let's not go to the speculation front, and let's go to Mariupol. I have nothing for you at Mariupol other than the Russians are now getting very liberal with the way how they bombard the Azovstal area, and the caliber of heavy weapons used in this region is getting heavier, and the smoke coming out from that region really pollutes the air. And I'm gonna complain about this to the Paris Accord, which I don't think the Russians care at all. So moving on to the Donetsk Front, there is no update in the Velika Novosibirsk area. Fighting is now reported at Marinka as well as Novomikhailivka. So previously the Russians have captured, if you haven't followed me for like daily over the past month or two, then you probably will not know that the Russians had previously captured Marinka, and then they lost it again to the Ukrainians because the entrenchment around here is just way too heavy. So now the Russians are going to try again, and then they are now attacking Marinka. And this this little village here at Novomikhailivka has been really difficult to capture. And this is new information that they are now trying again as well. So looks like the Russian side is now ramping up the offense all along the front. Moving on to north of Avdiivka. So there's no change in the updates in terms of Avdiivka area. There is these new changes where Russian forces is now reportedly entered Novokhalinov. It is not so clear what is the meaning of entered. Sometimes the word entered actually means captured. This is a pro-Russian Intel Slava. It's actually a pro-Russian source, and sometimes entered in Russian sources can actually mean capture. I cannot be sure, so I put a question mark until we actually have more information. According to other interpretations by other OC analysts and mappers, they write this more like fighting at Novokhalinov, or an attack into Novokhalinov. So just gonna leave it as a question mark for now. And because the Russians are able to arrive at here without capturing Krasnohorivka, that means this entrenchment here is now destroyed. There's this entrenchment here is now wiped out. And Novobakmutivka is very interesting. So in the same report here, they say that the Russian forces have entered Novobakmutovka, which is actually Novobakmutivka. However, I have indicated this as a capture by the Russian forces probably 2-3 weeks ago, and it is kind of, as you probably would know by now if you are following me for some time, fog of war is just as such. We actually do not know what actually is happening on the ground, and people can just say anything they want. And then especially for people that are like some pro-Russian sources or pro-Ukrainian sources where it's very trusted, people will just take their words for it. Probably if I say there's a flying saucer that landed at Novobakmutivka, you will probably believe me too because you love me. But however, of course, I'm not going to do that. So take a pinch of salt what it means by entered Novobakmutivka when they are supposedly have captured this location. Fighting is also reported at Novoselivka Druha. However, this information is from 9th May, but based on what I've seen recently, it also said that the fighting continues at this location. Not much news on Novoselivka. I suspect one of the reason is because this name is too common. That's why people just ignores it. So anyway, this front here is looking a lot like a private part, and I do not yeah, there's this. Yeah, so moving on to there's no change in this area north of Holivka, and let's go into Luhansk Front. At the Luhansk Front, after I have reported in the last summary, I believe so, that Popasna, the forces at Popasna actually have arrived and captured all the way to the administrative border of the Luhansk Oblast, and that wipes out a few entrenchment here. However, this Ukrainian entrenchment here still remains. There is no indication the Russians have captured this entire territory. However, the Russians have now continued to move on, and previously we are wondering, whether they will actually go for Bakhmut, or would they actually go up north and go on to link up with the forces going south of this Severodonetsk river. This push across the river and to link up to encircle Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. The latest information is that the Russian forces has actually arrived at Oleksandropilya, as well as offense is also reported at Katerinivka. So that means the Russian forces have decided to actually go for the encirclement of Severodonetsk, and it is really not that far away from cutting them off. So if you look at the road networks around here, there is this train network which I don't think it can be used. That's my opinion. I don't think it can be used because of some bombardment and destruction of some of the railway station, as well as the railway actually have to go through Popasna. So, and then there is this railway that goes all the way to Bilohorivka, which is very nice because there is also another Bilohorivka here. So have fun getting confused. And the road, in terms of road network, you can see there is not a lot of options. There is this this so-called highway going south, which is threatened by the forces at Toshkivka as well as Orekhov, and they actually go all the way here. However, with the forces going to Oleksandropilya, then this road here will be actually invalidated very soon once the Russian forces reach Komishuvakha. Then the entire force at Zolote, at Herske, all the way up to Lysychansk, they will not be able to retreat from this southern side, because the road here is just this small road north of Komishuvakha, and it's likely to be covered by Russian forces once they are able to capture this position. And then they will actually have to resort to a further northern road through Vrublivka. Maybe they go through the small roads to Nerkov, or they actually have to go through Mykolaivka and then go to this major road here. The entire road here this is the only other major road other than the southern one, which is very complicated. This is the simpler one, but it's actually being threatened by Bilohorivka, this attack over here. Once the Russians are able to break through and capture this territory, then this entire road will be in danger. And the fall of this route and the fall of this route would very much mean that they only left with this one road down south here. So there's actually maybe three major routes they can use for resupply. But this capture here means this road also will be gone. So it's very clear what the Russians might want to try to do. So to actually end off this entire force here, and then they can reconcentrate their offense purely only in Donetsk territory, because I believe the priority now is to actually liberate or capture the entirety of the Luhansk Oblast first, so that they can actually have this major victory speech about how well the special operation is going. There's no update in terms of the Zalote area. There is no changes in this front. The Ukrainian forces are still holding on pretty well. Less well here, the Russian forces have reportedly starting to enter into Severodonetsk from the north, and the Ukrainian forces have actually blown up this road bridge linking Rubizhne and Severodonetsk. So firstly, it was reported that the road bridge was destroyed. Then after that, I saw this picture. So you can see this is the map, the location, which is the same one, and this is the bridge. The road bridge is actually destroyed. It's very interesting that the Ukrainians like to paint everything in Ukrainian colors. So just something random. Then there is also report that there is actually there's also video corroboration of the capture of Zaporizhzhia plant, where you actually see the Russian or Chechen forces actually walking all over this place, but very carefully. They are still not very confident, but they are walking around and they are shooting footages. There is also a reported capture of multiple small villages or townships or neighborhoods, which I find it very hard to find. So the only one that I know is Yuzhny, which is actually around here. You can see Yuzhna Road, Yuzhna Street. So this area is Yuzhny. I'm not sure what's this called. So all these names, Fakel, Radulga 2, Zaria 2. I just cannot find all these locations. Some of these, I think, like Elektromontansny. I think this is actually a company name. So maybe it's a factory location. So similarly to Mykolaiv. So anyway, I just gonna list this information here. I'm unable to actually find this location. So doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. We will update as the fighting is then reported maybe around here. Then we will see how it goes. Coming down to this Severodonetsk River front here, the fighting continues. This location, this pontoon crossing is confirmed. The location is correct. I actually found it. And but there's no change in terms of the situation around here. The only change is at Privilia, sorry. At Privilia, there is this so-called breakthrough. The Russian forces have broke through to the perimeter defense at Privilia, and they are now fighting inside the town. So probably there was this major defenses along the river, or maybe just behind. They're trying to block the offense, and this defense line is now broken, and they are now fighting within Privilia itself. Of course, this is a very sprawling town. It's very hard to actually ascertain where it is. Now you are into the Izyum Front. Srebrenica, there's no update. There is no update in terms of Liman or Ozene. Darilov and Drobeshev, I have no update. I remember seeing maybe something about Drobeshev getting captured, but I can't really remember if I was actually dreaming or did I actually see that. So because I actually dream about updating all these maps, so it's a bit confusing for me. The fighting at Sandriholov didn't seem to last in terms of I didn't really see much about this anymore. I have no update about Kapivka Pocket. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense have confirmed the Russian capture of Oleksandrivka in their operational information. So they wrote in the Liman direction, the enemy is trying to seize a section of the terrain on the right bank of the Severodonetsk River, and they have gained a foothold in the area of the village of Oleksandrivka, which is here. So we can corroborate that this entire area is now captured by the Russians because of this very information corroborated by the Ukrainian MOD itself, which means the things that I say have some basis, I guess. The Russian forces have captured Novoselivka. So in this information in the Krasny Liman or Liman Theater, the Russian forces took control of the villages of Sandriholov and as well as Novoselivka, which is around here. there is no update regarding the forest fight, and there is no update regarding this entire ugly hand under Izyum. So moving on to, is there anything I missed? Nope. Moving on to the Kharkiv Front. There seems to be an operational pause for the Ukrainian forces, again probably to consolidate their captures, all these new captures. So which is why I don't think there's any updates. Just need to move this a bit because yeah. So tentatively there is no update on the Kharkiv Front. So this is the summary for day 77 and 78. And as you can see, in terms of tangible updates, there's not a lot. Half of it is just me talking about what is happening. And so please do something about the tampon bridge at the like button. Do not allow the YouTube shadow banning battalion have a foothold in this channel. And I'll see you in the next update.